welcome back to the Scott Family TV. Thank you so very much for watching our TV, Scott Family TV. We are so appreciative of all the views we've gotten, the subscribers we've gotten. We really appreciate all of you. So I'm coming back today with another video about marriage, relationship, really. This relationship. A lot of people find it sometimes difficult to live, how to put it together, to live together, because I think they're looking for someone like them. And what happens is, when we start living with someone, once we've gotten married and we start living together, we have to remember that we are two individual persons that live together, that are coming together as one. The husband or wife, we grew up differently. We have hopefully not different beliefs. We want to be have the same belief as far as a religion, that type of thing. But I'm talking about more like characteristics, personalities. Hopefully the values aren't too different. You don't want the values to vary so much. But the thing is, you have to remember that we are two different individuals that are coming together to be one. So we're going to come together with different type of views, different values, different things that we've heard over the years that has already been, planted in our brains, our heads, our minds, that we bring to a relationship. So once we come together under this one roof, that's when you really see the differences between the two of us. One thing you have to realize, that this person did not grow up in your home with your parents. This person had a different set of parents, a different home, different things went on in their home from what went on in your home. So we're all have to look at it like this, that we're both coming with our own baggage of how we grew up, what we experienced up until, we got married, until the day we married. We come with all these different just things in our head and our mind and our thoughts of how things should be, how things should go. So the main thing is, like I always tell people, is you have to talk. Communication is the key, because you may want to do things one way, he may want to do things another way. So you have to come together and figure out how we are going to go forth with different things. As far as, let's say, like our main thing, like we always discuss, is cooking and like household chores around the house. I personally do not enjoy cooking. I don't like cooking. I love to eat, but as far as cooking, that is not my cup of tea. I mean, I'll do it, but it's usually a rush job, because when I'm cooking, I'm hungry, so I'm ready to eat at that time. So that was one of the things that we discussed prior to marriage, is that he loves to cook. I don't. I love to clean. He doesn't. So he cooks the meals, prepares all our, from breakfast to lunch to dinner, whatever it is, holiday, whatever it is, baked goods, whatever. That's his job. That's what he does. And I will shop for the grocery. And most of the times we do that together. That's another thing. We do that together. And I will make sure that the kitchen is clean and everything is taken care of there. And the other thing is, I love doing laundry. He knows how to do the laundry, but I like doing laundry. That's one of my things I do enjoy doing. I love getting the clothes nice, fresh, and clean, folded perfect. I take my time and I fold everything just so nice and neat, and put it in the drawer to put it away where everything goes. So very nice and neat. So it's just little things, even just like that. Like people may have said that, husbands, men, they miss the laundry basket, the hamper, whatever you have to, to collect your dirty clothes. Um, like one of the things he sometimes does, he's gotten better over the years. It's been 25 years. Um, the basket, the hamper is right there, but where do I find the clothes? On the floor, right next to the hamper. Hey, it happens. But it's nothing to gripe about or anything. Once I knew that's how it was, I just pick it up and keep it moving. We all have our little things. Like me, I don't make the bed every morning when I get out of bed. He likes the bed made. So I do it maybe like 2 or 3 times a week. But most days I leave the bed as is. I do make it prior to us coming, going back into the bed that night. I just, make it nice and neat, fold it back as, for getting us ready for bed. But when I get up in the morning, I just leave it. And it's a thing that I do, and he's adapted to it over these years. So, we just have to adapt to things that our spouse does, because is it worth the trouble of arguing about it? As the book says, don't sweat the small things. Those type of small things, and making the bed is one of my childhood things, because I was required to make my bed every morning. Soon as I jump out of my bed, I had to make the bed. And when I grew up, I said, when I get my own place, I'm not going to make my bed. I'm just going to leave it as is and get right back into it. So that's what happened. Over the years, I've just kept it moving. I get out of my bed and I keep it moving, because I have that choice to do so, because this is my home. My mom required me to make a bed. This is my home. I don't have to make my bed if I don't want to. Like most of the time, like on maybe the weekend, a Friday morning, I might get up and make the bed. And definitely Saturday and Sunday mornings, I get up and make the bed. But during the week, most of the time it's not made. The bed is not made. I just keep it going. And other things. Let's see. Children, rearing children. You have to really sit down and discuss how you plan on, as far as disciplining your children, what type of activities, what type of schools they're going to. Are they going to public school, private school, a Christian school, Catholic school, whatever type of school? You have to discuss all that type of thing. What type of activities will they be in? Sports, music, dance, whatever. All that type of things have to be discussed. Are we getting our child baptized at an early age? Are you allowing them to choose at when they decide? That's not going to happen. Well, that's not in our household. That's not how we roll. We decide for our children what they're going to do. And let's see, what else that may come a big issue, as far as, finances. That's definitely one. We can do a whole video on that. We have to discuss how we handle finances. And most of the time in relationships, you have your spender and your saver. One of you is spending the money, having a great time, and the other is saving. And you have to get together on that and figure out, okay, how much are we going to spend for the week, for the month, for the year, on just what we want. You have to talk about that type of thing. How are we going to save our money? How are we going to save for retirement? What type of investment accounts are we going to get? How are we going to do our checking? How are the household bills going to be paid? How are we buying the grocery and entertainment? All that has to be discussed so that you can have a more cohesive and a smooth running household. Because, some people grow up differently with thoughts of money. We all have what we think money is and how to handle money and how money should be spent, how money should be saved. And so that most of the time is a big issue in most relationships. So you have to sit down and just talk about so many different things. I'm not sure if I'm going to hit all the points here tonight, but you definitely have to come to the table and talk, because the main thing is you have two different people with two different thoughts, mind, characteristic, personality coming together to be one. And when you start bumping heads, that's when the problem comes in, and people start using the word, this marriage isn't working. I want a divorce. I want a separation. I don't want to be with this person. You start looking other places because of the differences between the two, and you have not worked it out. You have to work it out, talk about it, discuss it, figure out why this person thinks the way they do. You just can't ignore and say that they're wrong in their thoughts, like as far as the thoughts on money. What are their thoughts? Say, hey, why do you think that way, as far as we don't need to save, or we don't need to save that much? Or even another topic is, we don't need to tithe that much. You believe that tithing is a full 10%. They believe, oh, we give what we can when we can. And then that becomes an argument there. So you have so much to actually discuss and figure out, how are you going to do certain situations. And the main reason why we speak or say the things that we say is because it's in our heads already. We're already thinking this way because either we heard our parents, our aunt, uncle, grandmother, someone say something way back in our past, and it's stuck in our head. And now we're going along with that same thing. Not to say it's right or wrong, but that's why we may be speaking or saying the things that we say, or thinking the way we think, is because of our backgrounds. Once again, two people coming together to be one with different backgrounds, personality, thoughts, just everything is different. When we're dating, we're not really looking at all of that, because, oh, we're just happy, just in love, and we want to put our best foot forward. And sometimes we even go along with whatever is said from the other person, because we want to go along, because we want to make that person happy. But then once you get married, it's like, no, that's not what I want to do. This is not what I want to do. And then clash. We have a clash there, and we have some strife coming in to the relationship, because now we're being more of our true self and saying, hey, no, that's not what I want to do. That's not what I like. So you're arguing about just little small things that should have been discussed ahead of time. But even if you didn't get to discuss that, it's never too late. You can do it right now. Sit down, find a quiet place that you can discuss some of these topics as to how we are going to go forward in our marriage, so that we can all be on the same accord, so we can be on the same note, everything, so we can be in harmony as to how we are doing things in our household. As far as even Christmas, like I previous video, I'm not sure if you watched it already. I discussed how we, for about 20 years, we did a real Christmas tree, and the reason behind that why we did a real Christmas tree for 20 years. And now going into year 2, this is our second Christmas with a box tree. So check out that video. I'll link it below so you can check out that video and hear as to why. That was a discussion that happened, why we had a real tree and now why we're doing a box tree. So check out that video. But it's just so many different things that we have to really come to the table and discuss, hopefully prior to marriage. If not, it's not too late. So have those tough conversations, discuss it so that moving forward can be much smoother and there won't be the arguments, because you've already discussed this. You've already known this is how we're going to do this. This is why we're going to do this. This is how things are going to be handled. You have to communicate and talk. Once again, we do not read minds. God has not given us the ability to read each other's mind. So if you have an issue, you have a problem, let your spouse, your significant other, know exactly what's going on. What's your concern? What's your questions? Just bring it out. Bring it out. Put it out on the table. Hope you can, feel very comfortable going to your spouse and saying, hey, you know what? I really don't like this or that. Could we discuss maybe doing it a different way? Maybe not doing it. Maybe next year can we start doing this or whatever. You have to communicate. You have to talk things out. You want to always be open with your spouse so that there's no, resentment, no hard feelings that's building up, as some people like to say. It just built up and I just burst out. I just couldn't take it anymore. No, let's not get to that point. This is your spouse. This is the person that you decided that you wanted to marry. You said, I do. So let's communicate. Let's talk things out. Even from the smallest little thing to the big issues in your relationship. Sit and talk it out. You may not want to do it all in one night, and sometimes it may take all night to get it taken care of, but you have to communicate. Let each other know what's going on, and hear each other, hear what the other person is saying, and just go in and figure out as to why they think the way they think, react the way they act, because there's always a why. There's always a reason for people's actions. The way they think, the way they see things, there's always a why. And you want to figure that out in order to have, a marriage, a relationship that's in harmony. Even just talking, you just have to talk. I have no other, resolution for it except for you have to communicate. You have to say what's actually on your mind in a kind way, not rude, disrespectful, but in a kind and understanding way. You want to bring it across where they understand, not where you're upset. If you upset, give yourself some time to cool down and then go and talk about what's actually the issue that's bothering you, that's concerning you, that's on your heart, that's really been bugging you, say, for a couple of months. Hopefully not years, but if so, now's the time to take it to the table. So if you have any comments or issues, note it in the comment section of our channel, and we will answer them for you. And we just want to say once again, I appreciate all of our viewers, our subscribers to our channel. It's growing, and we certainly do appreciate all of you. And this is truly fun. I just like sharing my knowledge, my understanding, what I've grasped over the years of being married. No, things aren't always perfect, but there are more, as people say, good days than bad days. A lot of good days. And, you know, it's, yes, marriage, you start off a little rough, but you have to get to the smooth section. Or as I say, you got to get through it. Because on the other side, it is so much better. But you have to hang in there and figure out what makes it work. Marriage is work, and you have to be willing to put in the work and decide, hey, I want the happiness, because marriage is a happy place to be. It's only miserable because we have two different people coming together, trying to understand each other, trying to live together, and sometimes it can be quite difficult, especially if we don't sit and talk to each other. So I'll see you on the next video. Remember to subscribe, like our video, give us a big thumbs up, and hit the bell button if you're a new subscriber, so that each time when a video is uploaded, you will get a notification letting you know that one is available for you to view. So see you in the next video, and thanks again for watching. Bye.